dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
We're closing on 5 o'clock. Good Monday morning. Jim Freeman along. Glad you're along. And Shane Smith is here, our meteorologist this morning. And Shane, something's not right with this picture. It's a holiday. it's raining, and you and I are working.
Yeah, I got two old WYMT alum in here covering the news this morning, but happy to be here and happy to be inside and not outside this morning because we got a little bit of rain, especially down in the Cumberland Valley this morning. Let's get right on over to Pinpoint Doppler, and you can see showers down around my stomping ground from Corbin back up towards London, Williamsburg. A little bit of light rain, also extending down towards La Follette. That rain continues up 75 up into Livingston and Mount Vernon. A little bit of a heavier shower showing up there just south of Mount Vernon. Also a few showers down around Lake Cumberland this morning. That rain lifting off to the east and northeast, part of a larger area of low pressure, which is going to roll through the state over the next couple of days. It is a slow mover, my friends. That's going to keep the rain chances around for a couple of days. Now, where it's not raining, got a little bit of dense fog developing, especially here in Hazard. We're down to a mile visibility, 5 miles in Harlan, 3 miles in Jonesville. You can see a little bit of that fog there on the London Corbin weather cam. And temperatures right now running into the mid 60s. We're heading for the mid to upper 70s today, so a few degrees cooler than average, and that cooler trend will continue along with the rain chances for a couple of days. We'll have more on that here in a few minutes, Jim.
All right, Shane, we'll keep the rain gear handy. We begin this morning in Pike County, where a 7-year-old Declan McCoy is in the fight for his life as he battles cancer. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox shows us how his family, along with many others, came together on Sunday to pray for healing.
Declan Strong is a theme across Pike County. The 7-year-old's dad says doctors recently sent the child back home after they discovered his cancer had spread.
He beat it, and then on his last scans after his treatment was over, they did the last scans and his lungs was covered.
Now the McCoy family and the community are hoping for divine intervention. Several gathered at Pikeville City Park to pray for God to cure Declan.
There's been a lot of people messaging me and say he's changed their lives. He's touched them in a way they ain't never been touched before. He's touched a lot of people.
Josh McCoy said doctors were not sure how long Declan McCoy would be alive. His family, as well as the community, are learning from his courage.
He's a fighter. He's the strongest person I know. But you can just, if you just look at him, and you can just see it. He's fighting hard.
As community members prayed, McCoy had this message to parents.
Just hold your kids tight and love them every day, because you never know.
Praying and pleading for a cure. In Pikeville, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
Thank you, Chandler. Josh McCoy and the Pikeville community are hoping everyone who hears Declan McCoy's story will join them in praying. In a region already struggling with a low amount of housing, downtown Hazard, the downtown Hazard fire survivors are going through a long process finding places to live. Several people are still staying at a hotel in Hazard. With the help of nearby nonprofits and donations from the community, they're trying to regain needs. Nonprofit Rescue's Daughter founder Kate Clemens, who's been working directly with the survivors, says they've been actively looking for a while.
We are working very hard to find permanent housing. So as of today, we have 6 families that we've been able to place in long-term housing, but we still need to find that for over double the amount.
Perry County Emergency Management has arranged for 10 travel trailers to be placed at Perry County Park for the survivors. Since last fall, a social media trend has been a headache for Kia and Hyundai owners. Teenagers targeting and stealing cars all across the country, and Kentucky is certainly no exception. 2 minutes and a phone charger is all it took to steal a woman's car in Louisville. Hours later, she got a call it was crashed into a daycare. Marissa Burke shares her story.
This car is the reason Mackenzie has a rental. Her neighbor's camera caught the moment her car was stolen from a St. Denis neighborhood. To Mackenzie, the thieves drove off with more than just her car.
It just sucks to really feel like you put in all that hard work for so much, for so long, let alone being in a dealership for 3 hours trying to get the car and someone can steal it in 5 minutes.
When Mackenzie Brown first heard about the car thieves targeting Kias, she tried to get a steering wheel lock and made appointments for the software updates. She finally secured an appointment a week after her car was stolen at her house and ended up crashed into a daycare.
It's just getting to a point where these kids are doing reckless things for fun. They'll break out your back window, hop in and tear it open and drive away with a USB.
The thieves haven't stopped. A week ago, a woman posted this on Facebook about her car being stolen from her house. On Friday evening, Ring's doorbell alert system warned people about another attempted car theft. For Mackenzie, there's a bigger lesson in all of this.
It just kind of shows me how easily something can be taken away, no matter how hard you work for it, no matter how much you think it's yours. Anything physical can be taken away from you. And it also kind of makes me want to be more grateful for the things that I do have.
That was Marissa Burke reporting. Police officials say people should lock their cars, buy steering wheel locks, and look into getting tracking devices. Now, if you own an electric vehicle in Kentucky, you may soon have more charging stations available. Last week, Governor Andy Beshear announced he wants proposals from the private sector to help the Bluegrass State expand its EV charging network. This effort would put up to 37 stations across Kentucky highways. Proposals must include EV stations that are open 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Corrective work is expected to begin on a roundabout project in Whitley County today. The project area will extend from Kentucky 2987 to the I-75 overpass. It will include lane closings on both the north and southbound sides of US 25 West. But one lane of traffic will be open at all times and controlled by flaggers. It's expected to be completed Saturday. You should expect significant delays. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News This Morning. Coming up next, in honor of the Juneteenth holiday, we bring you the story of a family in Georgia whose history is a good reminder of what the day is truly about.
And the forecast taking a turn to the soggy side over the next several days. We'll break down those rain chances on the other side of the break.